master, dashing through pages. Chronicles, Gospels, prophets, sages. Leviticus, laws to pause, find phrases. Turning them corners, your spiritual mazes. Genesis to Revelation, so divine. Flip them scripts, endless grace you'll find. Psalms singing sweet, unbroken lines. Hitting that rhythm, wordplay refined. Anybody in here blessed? Anybody in here blessed? Bible in 1 year, we don't rest. Anybody in here blessed? Wake up early, the dawn's light shimmers. Spiritual breakfast, soul food dinners. Isaiah's vision, Ezekiel's figures. Walk through the fire, no one limbers. Kings and judges, prophets profound. Plowing the word, no mythical ground. Verse after verse, wisdom's bound. Heavenly soundtrack, soul serving sound. Anybody in here blessed? Anybody in here blessed? Bible in 1 year, we don't rest. Anybody in here blessed? No shortcuts, all divine routes. Listen to the whispers, no room for doubt. Parables drop stronger than gold faucets. Souls hydrated from divine prophets. Study the book, change perspectives. Carefully crafted, not too subjective. A year to reflect, learning perfect. Patterns of grace that time can't deflect. Old Testament drops deep and so real. Kings and warriors, covenant seals. Split that Red Sea, divine reveal. Commandments written, not made of steel. Bethlehem birth to cross on the hill. Unfolding the nappy blessings, pastor with skill. Scripture flip, every verse fulfilled.
Through the word, every verse, every chapter, nothing unheard. Everybody in here blessed, I'm blessed. Everybody in here blessed, I'm blessed. Yo, online sermons, holy vibes delivered. Spreading light, got the sinners reconsidered. Psalm to psalm, man's like a holy DJ. Flipping through scripture, repping the Yahweh. Your emotes in the chat, praising the message. Flat cap on point, teaching eternal lessons. Everybody in here blessed, I'm blessed. Everybody in here blessed, I'm blessed. Digital pulpit, preaching like a pro. Followers grow as the faith overflow. Keyboard clicks, holy words they stick. Raining blessings down with a slick rhyme trick. Virtual congregation, united in devotion. 1 year strong, a spiritual promotion. He's a life coach with divine instructions. Streaming holiness, no room for interruption. Flat cap, changed the game, new pastoral fame. Virtual shepherd, he's embracing the mainframe. In the comments, affirmatives and amens. With each Goliath tackled, faith extends. Everybody in here blessed, I'm blessed, I'm blessed. Everybody in here blessed, I'm blessed, I'm blessed. Yo, online sermons, holy vibes delivered. Spreading light, got the sinners reconsidered. Psalm to psalm, man's like a holy DJ. Flipping through scripture, repping the Yahweh. Your emotes in the chat, praising the message. Flat cap on point, teaching eternal lessons. Everybody in here blessed, I'm blessed, I'm blessed. Everybody in here blessed, I'm blessed, I'm blessed. Digital pulpit, preaching like a pro. Followers grow as the faith overflow. Keyboard clicks, holy words they stick. Raining blessings down with a slick rhyme trick. Virtual congregation, united in devotion. 1 year strong, a spiritual promotion. He's a life coach with divine instructions. Streaming holiness, no room for interruption. Flat cap, changed the game, new pastoral fame. Virtual shepherd, he's embracing the mainframe. In the comments, affirmatives and amens. With each Goliath tackled, faith extends. Everybody in here blessed, I'm blessed, I'm blessed. 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 Digital pulpit, preaching like a pro. Followers grow as the faith glow. Keyboard clicks, holy words they stick. Raining blessings down with a slick rhyme trick.
Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. All right, good to have you. Good to be here. And I'm wondering why my music is not playing. Bum, 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 bum. Let me look at this. Da, 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 da. I got the A-team stuck in my head again. It gets stuck some reason that I don't know. Didn't watch the show. Will that work there? Did that do it? There we go. It's showing it, but I'm not hearing it. Let me bump that a bit. Oh, volume's way low there. Johnny Darko, tomorrow, CN Sniper, I pity the fool. I love it when a plan comes together. Okay. Did that pause? I'm just trying to see here if my music's still... No, it's not paused. It's not paused. Okay. Must have been the end of the song. It was just fading out. Okay. I'll leave it at that. I think we're okay. Let me see if I adjust this, how much that changes things. Oh, come on. You kidding me? I hate when it does this. For some reason, now that I've got a couple of other things in here, it will not let me pick the speakers. It will just be frozen, and I have to listen to it. Okay, did that let me change that? Okay, now I got it changed. All right. Wiz Altair, I don't know if I said hi to you. Wiz Altair, tomorrow, CDN Sniper. Welcome in, everybody. Let me see. I'm just going to check something. Does that... Yeah, that ended it so you don't hear it. Okay. That's what I wanted to find out. Okay. And it's a little bit too high there. Let me turn that down a bit more. Wow, I went to say turn it down a bit more, and it went down a bit more. Okay. That might be what I can do. I can turn that up here, and that'll give you more, but it won't give me any more. I just want it slightly in the background so my mic doesn't pick it up, but I can hear that it's there. Okay. I am a bit chilly today. I don't know exactly why I'm a bit chilly, but it seemed good to me that I should put a sweater on today. So I'm sporting my Mr. Rogers, although he never looked as dapper because he didn't wear a hat. I pity the fool that doesn't wear a hat. All right, how is everyone today? How is everyone? I hope you're doing well. We will be back in Genesis again today. I don't remember where we left off. This is the one thing that is, well, you could say it's a difficult issue, but it's one of those things where I get focused on what we did last, and I forget what we did previously. So Let me see. Genesis 34. I really do like the bouncing around. And I don't like just a verse here and there. I mean, and, you know, it's got to be enough to have context. All right, we need to make this larger. Oh, that's where we left off. Okay. Warning. It's going to get kind of ugly in our passage today. Warning, warning, warning. This is an ugly passage. Okay? But here's the thing. The Bible is not here covering up the sins and mistakes that people make. Okay? It includes the heinous things that people do in here, whether they are righteous or unrighteous people. This is not telling us, well, since they did it, I certainly can go and do this. No, it is anything but that. It is going to tell us a horrible story, and we will later see some consequences of the actions because of this. So, all right, so Dinah is mentioned. I don't know if we looked up Dinah's name. Or is it Dinah? Don't donate. I want it for free. Someone else donate. Okay, sorry. Told you I have the A-Team song stuck in my head, and I could sing just about anything. Okay, so Dinah.
Strong's H1783.
Dinah. Judgment. The sister's name is Judgment. Is this her real name, or is this telling us something about the story? And when I say, is this her real name, I don't mean that that's not really her real name. What I'm saying is, when we have stories in the Bible at times, name meanings are important. Sometimes because of actions of a person, they take on a moniker, if you will, a nickname. Barnabas, son of encouragement's real name is Levi. Okay, I believe it's Levi. But he's called Barnabas, son of encouragement. So Dinah might be about judgment, because judgment is going to come on the person that did this and the whole town. So maybe there's some wordplay going on in there. Maybe her name comes to mean judgment. Maybe it didn't before then. So is one preceding the other? Is one the outcome of the other? Or is one just highlighting something that we're supposed to stop and pay attention to? Okay. Sniper. You was in church when you got a text message from your neighbor that 6 houses down, a young man killed his female partner. Shocking. Quiet elementary school neighborhood. That is quite shocking. From the standpoint of you don't know when and where it's going to happen. Yeah, pray for the young girl's family. Absolutely. But also sadly not shocking, because we hear about things like that every day. I would rather that, on some level, that it was like when I was a kid. Like, this would have been a story nobody ever heard of, but like one every 10 years, you might hear about one such story of something like this happening, as opposed to it could be every week in the news somewhere. And we don't cover the story because it happens so often. So, yeah, praying. It's hard. You lose a family to domestic gun violence. Well, losing a family member to anything is hard. Here to, let me put it this way. By the hand of someone that should love them or claimed to at one point love them is a horrific thing for all parties on both sides of things. If it's parents and kids, or if it's those in a relationship, if it's just friends, it's like, and the thing is, most of the time, it's not a random stranger that kills you. It's someone you know if that happens. Yeah, it's horrible. 3 women a day die by domestic violence in the U.S. I did not know that stat. That is horrible. But that's part of what I was saying is there is a frequency level that almost numbs us to that it's not shocking anymore. I wish I was more shocked by that statement, Sniper, but I wasn't shocked by that. It was just, oh, it happened to you. And I hope you're able to be there for your neighbor and your neighborhood and help. Well, and like I said, we're going to be talking about some hard things today in this passage. It's a passage that, well, frankly, I don't think I've ever preached it. And the reason for that is when you're tackling a topic like this and there are little ears, you're kind of like, well, am I setting mom and dad up to have a whole bunch of questions asked? So, okay, do I avoid that? Not that I avoid teaching it, I just avoid a sermon on it. Okay. Now, Judgment, Leah's daughter, whom she bore to Jacob, went to meet the young women of the land. Johnny Darko, another motivation to fulfill the Great Commission and spread the good news to others. Jesus saves, absolutely. Thank you, Pastor, for your dedication and love for the Lord. Your efforts of showing up and delivering the word is appreciated more than you know, bro. Well, thank you, man. Thank you. And greetings from sunny New York City. Is it sunny today? It's not here. And then we might have storms later. Oh, good morning, friends. Okay, so those that just came in, warning, warning, warning. We're going to read about some heinous activity. Oh, it says Matthew. Thank you for that. Definitely do not want to have that. I have not done this before, but I think I feel like I should today. Okay, that's not clicking where I want. Okay. All right. Does that sound good enough? Sensitive topics? No, we're in Genesis. We're in Genesis, Bob. But we've got all the stuff that happens with Dinah, whose name means judgment. And we're going to have some people getting some judgment on them. Okay. So went out to the young women of the land. Okay, what do we have here on the footnote? The daughters. The daughters. Okay. Wiz Altair, you have a work meeting. Y'all stay awesome. God bless. Thank you, Wiz. Sorry, just a thought here. I want to check on something. What is it? Okay. Okay. When Shechem, son of Hamor, the Hivite, who ruled that area, saw her, he grabbed her, forced himself on her, and sexually assaulted her. Okay, so this is why I said this is going to get some sensitive stuff today. So this guy, we'll go look his name up in a second. This guy, Shechem, son of Hamor, the Hivite, sees her and's like, girl, you fine. And then doesn't, invite her into a relationship civilly. Just goes, you mine? And it's happening. Like, oh, yeah, no. I'm not even going to go look up this. I really just like the way that they phrase this. There might be euphemisms and other stuff. I'm just going to leave it at that. But let's go look up his name. Shechem, son of Hamor, the Hivite. So let's see if there's anything in his name. So remember, her name is Judgment. son of Hamor, the Hivite. Son of Hiv, people of Hiv. Shechem.
Strong's H 7927. Shechem.
Okay, back or shoulder. Hamor.
Strong's H 2544. Hamor. Hamor.
Okay,
And the form just below that. Hamor.
I don't know that this is intended to be this way in the text here, because donkeys are not seen the same necessary way that we would think of calling someone a jackass. But this could be translated as jackass. So this guy is the son of a jackass. That's more of a modern take on it than the connotation of a donkey. Hivi, villagers. Okay, so Hivite, excuse me, villagers. So, son of the villagers. The villages. Okay, so he has taken and done this horrible thing. Then he became very attracted to Judgment, daughter of Jacob. So, there's a weird phrasing of the progression here. He fell in love with the young woman and spoke romantically to her. So his first action is assaulting her. His second is saying, "You still fine." And the third one is falling in love and trying to romance her. Like, dude, you're doing this in the wrong order. Shechem said to his father, Hamor, "Acquire the young girl as my wife." Okay, so there's nothing out of the ordinary in this part of it. What's out of the ordinary is the action he takes first. If we just excluded that first action that he takes, then nothing is bad in this story. However, it starts out with the bad. I'm watching. Welcome in. When Jacob heard that Shechem had violated his daughter Judgment, Dinah, his sons were with the livestock in the field, so Jacob remained silent until they came in. Okay, the expected response would be anger and rage, but Jacob remained silent. He appeared too indifferent or confused to act decisively. When the leader does not act decisively, the younger zealots will, and often with disastrous results. Yeah. This and maybe he's in shock, okay? I don't want to say that Jacob is well, let me put it this way. I don't think Jacob's doing anything with intent here of I'll let someone else make the judgment for me. I don't think that's it. I think that Jacob is either in shock by this, he is in fear by this, but he remains silent. That's not a good thing. One of the things that I notice often is when the leaders of families suddenly don't act, bad things happen. It happens here with Jacob and his family. It'll happen later with David, with his sons, where David doesn't act against Absalom, and then, stuff happens. So, and I'm not blaming them. I'm saying I'm just noticing a pattern, and I think that's true in life too. So, I will say this, like when COVID stuff was happening, I was indecisive on some level. Like I wasn't like, here's a firm, hard thing, because it wasn't black and white. And no matter what you did, you were going to harm some people from either excluding them or from endangering them. And so it was not a hard, fast, easy thing to do. So maybe there's more of what's going on here, that Jacob is frozen from acting, because that's not a hard, clear, easy thing to do. On one level, the easy thing to do would be, yeah, sure, marry my daughter. And if she's amenable, then we're all good. That would be the easy thing to do. But maybe he's in shock over this violation that he hadn't expected. And he doesn't know how to act because he wants to avenge her, but knows that that's not a good plan. So I don't know. Just pointing out that, and the footnote did too. Then Shechem's father, Hamor, went to speak with Jacob about Dinah. Okay, so don't know if Shechem had come in and informed Jacob, if Dinah has come in and informed Jacob. Don't know how he has now figured out what has happened. Kuzaku. And the rest of mankind who were not killed by the plagues did not repent of the works of their hand, so as to not worship demons and idols and gold and silver and brass and of the stone and the wood, which can neither see nor hear nor walk. And they did not repent of the murders, nor of their sorceries, nor of their sexual immorality, nor of their thefts. Okay. Not sure what that's about. Or, I mean, I know what it's about, but I mean, why you're posting it. Not sure why you're sharing that. But welcome in. Good to see you, Kuzaku. So, don't know if Shechem has come and informed, and now later Hamor has come, or how this process has happened, if Shechem ever comes or doesn't. So, now Jacob's sons had come in from the field when they heard the news. So, apparently someone sends news about what had happened to the sons. So, it seems like Jacob is waiting for them. They were offended and very angry because Shechem had disgraced Israel by sexually assaulting Jacob's daughter, a crime that should not be committed. Did a disgraceful thing. What do we have here on a crime? And it should not be done. And so it should not be done. The negative, imperfect, has an obligatory nuance here, but there is also a generalizing tone. The narrator emphasizes that the particular type of crime, sexual assault, is especially reprehensible. Yeah, a thing that should not be done. But Hamor made his appeal to them. My son Shechem is in love with your daughter. Please give her to him as a wife. Intermarry with us. Let us marry your daughters and take our daughters as wives for yourself. You may live among us, and the land will be open to you. Live in it, travel freely in it, and acquire property in it. Okay, so if we think back, Abraham does not want any marrying of his son to someone in the land. So Isaac marries Rebekah, a relative. Then Esau marries a couple of Canaanite girls, and it's nothing but trouble. Nothing but trouble for Rebekah and for Isaac. So Jacob is sent to marry a relative and marries Rebekah and Leah. So would Jacob, is he wrestling with, should we intermarry or not intermarry? Grandpa and Dad and Mom all pointed us to marrying within the family. Now we're being invited to marry outside of the family. Is this a good thing? Is this not a good thing? It's not necessarily a prohibited thing. We don't have the law yet that's saying that, but the reasons for not doing it, the wisdom behind it is already in place of not being led astray and not following after the other gods that these women would worship. So where are we at? What's going on with all of that? The two verses, justice, preaching the word in the streets, you guess. You've read the whole Bible now for the first, so now what? read more. I don't know how many times I've read through it. I have a friend of mine who reads through the Bible in a year every year and has been doing that for 25 years. So good for you on reading it all the first time. I tend to do, let's take our time and let's go deeper and let's read more. I've read it through fully twice on stream, and then the other years we've just read enough and we've been lurking around and doing other stuff wherever we feel. Morning meetings, Papstio, gonna be lurking. Thank you, friend. Well, I'm sure there's people that are longer than that, but the reason I know that in particular is because my friend and his wife were struggling to have kids, and he made a vow to God if God would grant them a child, he would read the Bible every year. So he's been, and I might be off, it might be off on the 25 years, but anyway, since his wife has been pregnant or his daughter was born, I'm not sure exactly when he started, but in that year, he began reading the Bible in a year, and he reads the Bible every year. So, okay. So we've got this horrible situation, and then it's trying to be, I'm not saying covered up, but fixed, okay? And I mean that in a bad, like, it's broken, and you're trying to fix it, okay? So he's appealing because, you know what? Let's go see what love this is. Let's go see what love he is claiming. Genesis, okay, verse 8. What love is this? Longeth for your daughter to give her to him for a wife. Okay. Hasach.
Strong's H 2836.
Hashak. To desire, to set his love, to long for. Okay, where is this first used? Okay, this is the first use of it. So this is the first time this is used. A longing for her. He longeth for her. Okay, what do we have then? Another usage of it. The pillars round the court shall be filleted with silver. That's weird. Okay, that's a different form, the PL and the PUL versus the CAL. Okay, so that's all we're doing. It's different word form. Okay, Deuteronomy. The Lord did not set his love upon you, nor choose you, because ye were more than any people, for ye were the fewest. So God love was not because his love was upon you because you were numerous. Okay. Only the Lord had his delight in the fathers to love them. Oh, interesting. So there's going to be a different word. That's probably going to be hesed there. Yeah, I think of the desire. Desire is the direction. So, okay. Oh, wrong one. Okay, so the proposal is we'll intermarry back and forth, we'll allow property exchange, all of that. Then Shechem said to Dinah's judgments, father and brothers, let me find favor in your sight. So the brothers have come in before all this stuff is going on. So dad doesn't even try to negotiate without brothers. Brothers are there. Let me find favor in your sight, and whatever you require of me, I'll give. Like, this is okay, we get things in the new in a couple of places. Up to half my kingdom, I'll give you. Here it is. Whatever you require of me, I will give. You can make the bride price and the gift I must bring very expensive, and I'll give whatever you ask of me. Just give me the young woman as my wife. So dad speaks, now son speaks. Okay? Like, I'll do whatever, ever I have to do to make her my wife. You're probably going to just watch Chosen? Okay. Jacob's sons answered Shechem and his father Hamor deceitfully when they spoke, because Shechem had violated their sister Dinah. Okay. Why isn't Jacob speaking? Jacob hears the news. Jacob is silent. The sons come in and they speak. So let's back up. Let's back up another time and remember. This is what I think we need to do. We need to go back and remember. So when Jacob goes to Laban, or I should say, when Abraham's servant goes to the house of Rebekah, Laban talks instead of dad. Laban is the one talking, not dad. Now we have like a repeat of this. Sons are talking in the place where a father should be talking. Yeah, I think there's a movie that came out, but otherwise there's a whole bunch of episodes and seasons. I've not watched it. So they said to them, "We cannot give our sister to a man who is not circumcised, for it would be a disgrace to us." The Hebrew word translated disgrace usually means ridicule, taunt, reproach. It can also refer to a reason the condition of shame or disgrace causes ridicule or a reproach. Okay, but notice they're only putting it on the exterior aspect here, not on the heart attitude. We will give you our consent on one condition. You must become like us by circumcising all your males. Then we will give you our daughters to marry, and we will take your daughters as wives for ourselves, and we will live among you and become one people. But if, if you do not agree to our terms by being circumcised, then we will take our sister and depart. Okay, so look at the out here. Like, we're not going to require any compensation for what you did to her. If you don't want to get circumcised so that you can marry her, we don't want anything from you. That, boy, I mean, like, that should have been a red flag, shouldn't it? Like, wait. I mean, but the thing is they're trying so hard to get something that they say, we'll give you anything, that they ask something ridiculous and over the top, and then there's no alternative of otherwise we'll just leave. This isn't a normal negotiation of trying to, settle on a bride price. This is a violation and justice needing to be served because it was a heinous act, and so restitution must happen, and there's no place for restitution and restoration if you say no. So that should be a bit sus here that there's no, and if you disagree, then this was what we'll require for the violation. There's none of that. It's just we'll depart. That should have been a oops. We need to do something. Okay. Their offer pleased Hamor and his son Shechem. So it pleases dad as well as son. What do we have on the footnote here? Probably just something about pleased. Come on. And their words were good in the eyes of Hamor and in the eyes of Shechem's son of Hamor. Okay, so they're cleaning up the extra words there and translating the good in the eyes of, and it pleased. Okay. The young men did not delay in doing what they asked because they wanted Jacob's daughter Dinah badly. Now, he was more important than any in his father's household. So Hamor and his son went to the gates of the city and spoke to the men of the city. These men are at peace with us, so let them live in the land and travel freely in it, for the land is wide enough for them. We will take their daughters for our wives, and we will give them our daughters to marry. Only on this one condition. When these men consent to live with us and become one people, they demand that every male among us be circumcised, just as they are circumcised. If we do this, won't their livestock, their property, and all their animals become ours? So let's consent to their demands, so they will live among us. Okay, this seems like a really no, I don't think so. That sounds painful. I'm going to be ill. Why would I go through with that? So let's just back up and find a situation that would make sense in a modern context of what would you be willing to do? Yes, Labanish behavior for sure. Totally. A little bit on both sides here of the what we're gonna get. So I'm trying to think of a location that that most people would say, oh, there's lots of wealth there. I guess Hollywood's the best place to kind of say, oh yeah, there's lots of rich people there. So it would be kind of like, hey, if you get circumcised, you get to live in their houses in Hollywood and drive their fancy cars and marry their daughters of all those wealthy people out there. So your momentary anguish and pain is going to result in abundant wealth. So that would be the reason why they're going to agree to this. Because otherwise it seems like, yeah, why would everyone agree? Why would everyone agree to this? One side, goods and property. The other side, vengeance. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, wealth is the wealth is what you are giving, or you think you're getting. That's what you think you're getting. And the other is planning vengeance, yes. Like, they're wealthy. We'll exchange some property and some daughters, and we'll get all that money. All them animals. All the men who assembled at the city gate agreed with Hamor and his son Shechem. Every male who assembled at the city gate was circumcised in 3 days when they were still in pain. 2 of Jacob's sons, Simeon and Levi, Dinah's brothers, each took his sword and went to the unsuspecting city and slaughtered every male. They killed Hamor and his son Shechem with the sword, took Dinah from Shechem's house, and left. Jacob's sons killed them and looted the city because their sister had been violated. They took their flocks, herds, and donkeys, as well as everything in the city and in the surrounding fields. They captured as plunder all their wealth, all their little ones, and their wives, including everything in the houses. Okay, so Kazaku, they could have brought more people, but the emphasis is not on if there were more people. It is the perpetrators who planned and plotted this. But if you are circumcised, yeah, a lot of rage filled with swording, yeah. If you are circumcised as a child, your recovery is not that difficult. However, your body responds. Like, this is surgery, okay? So just think about you're recovering from surgery. This just happens to be the surgery that every male in town has, and 3 days later, while they are still sick, in bed, and weak, and recovering from the circumcision, they come to attack. Now, one other thing we can think about is, okay, were some of them sick because of infection and they didn't use a sterilized device? We could think of that, but we don't even need to. The act alone is going to cause them to be recovery and weak from the surgery. So they come and attack them in their feebleness. Well, think about a person that goes into a hospital. Like, this is what you should be picturing. If I went into a hospital and nobody, because the guards are sick too, if there's no guards and no one but women and children in the hospital, every male is in a hospital bed sick and can't get up out of bed, who would stop me from going room to room? There wouldn't be. So the men are all incapacitated, unable to defend the city. So they could have had more people. But it says they killed all the males, and then they took the women and children. They took all of the animals. They took all the wealth. So they killed every male. Now, we don't know how many are there. It doesn't tell us. So your guess of 100, that could be a good guess. It doesn't tell us, but it says in 3 days while they were still in pain. So they can't defend, and they go slaughter everyone who is defenseless. Then Jacob said to Simeon and Levi, "You have brought ruin on me by making me a foul odor among the inhabitants of the land, among the Canaanites and the Perizzites. I am few in number. They will join forces against me and attack me, and both I and my family will be destroyed." Okay, so notice since he wrestled with God, okay, since he had his wrestling match with God and the hip socket is dislocated or out of joint, whatever way you want to view that, he has lost his braggadocious arrogance. Jacob has lost that. It is gone. He tries to appease his brother and buy him off, and then he flees and doesn't go to meet his brother. He goes away to hide. Now, when these men come, he doesn't confront them about the heinous thing they did. Now his sons step up and do something bad, and he's just worried and he's fretting over this. So, but Simeon and Levi replied, "Should he treat our sister like a common prostitute?" Okay, so they're not wrong in their question, okay? They're not wrong in their question. No, they should not. There should have been justice. But, guys, you didn't carry out justice. You carried out vengeance, okay? You killed every male in the town who had nothing to do with this. Now, on one level, you could make an argument that if this is the kind of behavior that men of this town do, and it seems good to them that this is the kind of behavior that you can do, then they probably do the same. So you could make some argument like that, but it's not in the text. But that's still going overboard. Still going overboard. Then God said to Jacob, okay, so is that incident over? Now we're going to have another time that God speaks to Jacob. Go up at once to Bethel and live there. So Bethel, the house of God. Make an altar there to God who appeared to you when you fled from your brother Esau. So remember the going up and down, go back there. So Jacob told his household and all who were with him, "Get rid of the foreign gods you have among you. Purify yourself and change your clothes. Let us go up at once to Bethel." Okay, so this feels like this is in the middle of this problem. Hey, not Nick Cage! In the middle of this problem that his sons have perpetrated because they were seeking vengeance for their sister, that God says, here's where you are to go. And in going there, Jacob is get rid of the household gods, the foreign gods that you have. How do we know they have some? Because Rachel had taken some when they left. So maybe some others had them as well. Purify yourself, change your clothes. Let us go up at once to the house of God. Then I will make an altar there to God, who responded to me in my time of distress and has been with me wherever I went. So why didn't Jacob inquire of God about how to respond about his daughter instead of being indecisive? I don't know. Yes, the world may never know. So they gave Jacob all their foreign gods that were in their possession and the rings that were in their ears. On the basis of a comparison, Genesis 34 and Numbers 31 argues that the foreign gods and the rings could have been part of the plunder that came from the destruction of Shechem. Whereas if the rings were in the ears of the idols, then getting rid of the idols while not keeping the rings, even for monetary value, emphasizes the extent of putting away the foreign gods and purifying them. Fox has suggested the earrings in the idols related to the gods hearing prayers, while earrings in people symbolized obedience. If so, giving the earrings further symbolizing the breaking of relationship with the foreign gods. The rings that were in the ears of the idols, the third person plural suffix of the word Aznehem in their ears, could refer to the members of Jacob's household or the gods which they possess. Most exegetes understand it referring to the people, but Victor Horowitz, who lost an earring, argues that the earrings were in the ears of the idols. That's interesting. Okay. And I like how you just leave it vague. Leave it vague. And they gave Jacob all the foreign gods that were in their possession and the rings that were in their ears. In the ears of the idols or in the ears of the people? Ooh. Jacob buried them under the oak near Shechem, and they started out on their journey. The surrounding cities were afraid of God, and they did not pursue the sons of Jacob. So they leave from that place. They get rid of all the foreign gods, which some could have come from plunder, and now the fear of God is on everyone else. Yeah, one of the things you would do with an idol is, you want it to represent the god, so you would symbolically put clothing on it or other things. Not everyone, but yeah. So you could put a nose in, or a ring in their nose, a ring in their ear, a ring on their finger. You would dress up idols in some way. And there could be some thoughts of, like this was talking about, that it opens the ear to hear. When you create an idol, there's a ceremony for cutting the mouth and opening the nose so that you can have life breathed into it, so that the god can dwell within it. So there might be some things I don't know about of hearing, and having a hearing ceremony with earring to be able to do that would make sense. Okay. Excuse me. Jacob and all those who were with him arrived as Luz, that is Bethel, in the land of Canaan. He built an altar there and named the place El Bethel, because there God had revealed himself to him when he was fleeing from his brother. God of God Bethel. So God of the house of God. Okay, so if you don't know this, when he sees all of the angels ascending and descending, and he says, surely this, this is the dwelling place of God, it could be plural there, of the gods, because of all of the angels ascending and descending, those in the spiritual realm. So now maybe he's made more a realization of there is one singular God over all the spiritual realm. While he already named the place the house of God, he is now naming the place the God of the house of God. Okay. Deborah, Rebecca's nurse, died and was buried under the oak below Bethel. Thus it is named Oak of Weeping. Deborah, the woman, had been Rebecca's nurse, but later attached her to Jacob. She must have been about 180 years old when she died. Okay, maybe. I don't put much on trying to do the calculations of how old someone is because they weren't using them that same way. The follicles are present. Okay, that's a weird way to say it. So we had the first loss, and it's a place of weeping. God appeared to Jacob again after he had returned from Padan Aram and blessed him. God said to him, "Your name is Jacob, but your name will no longer be called Jacob. Israel will be your name." Okay, so this is an interesting thing. Nico, is that the new hair model? I'm weird, shrug. Okay, thank you. Well, whatever. So I pointed this out when we went through this passage, and I don't know if you were here and if you remember or not. But when he was wrestling with, it says a man, when it says an angel, and it says he wrestled with God. So what was it? Who was it? And then the person will not give his name, and he asks for a blessing, and he tells him that your name will become this. So his name did not become Israel at that time when he wrestled with God. It's now here that his name is going to be changed. So is this a different entity than the one he wrestled with? I don't know. I'm just pointing out that there are some who see within the text there is an opening that it could be different. Yeah, he wrestled with someone, a spiritual entity that is unnamed. But it may not have fully been God, but he may have had knowledge, and he is predicting or he is revealing that God's intent is going to do this. And maybe if he's in the counsel of God, he would have had some knowledge and understanding, and he would have known that. So that's all I'm trying to bring up. So now we're back to the passage where that gets brought out. Nice to see you guys. You look fantastic, Pastor. Also, you kind of remind me of your dad. The two kind of look alike, except he's got 20 years on you. Okay. Side note, but a fun one. This is the part of Book 5 of Moses. I've read this in the Torah in Hebrew from the Danish translation. Remember this passage. What we call Mos Borgerni, the books of Moses. Cool. Okay. So he's now named the place, and God is now naming him. Isn't that interesting? He names a place in honor of God, and God gives him a new name. So God named him Israel. Then God said to him, "I am the sovereign God. Be fruitful and multiply. A nation, even a company of nations, will descend from you. Kings will be among your descendants. The land I give to Abraham and to Isaac, I will give to you, to your descendants. I will also give this land. Then God went up from the place where he had spoken with him. So Jacob set up a sacred stone pillar in the place where God had spoken to him. He poured out a drink offering on it, and then he poured oil on it. Jacob named this place where he spoke with him Bethel. So is Bethel and El Bethel the same? It appears to be, because that's where they were at Luz, who he named El Bethel. Now it's back to Bethel. Nico, this would be in the 5th book of Moses, all from Genesis, in the foundation of Israel, Jacob being given the name. Okay. This is in our first book of Moses. So we get this promise repeated. Oh, here was the thing I wanted to point out. He just got told to be fruitful and multiply. Be fruitful and multiply. How many kids does he have? 11. He has 11 kids, and he's told to be fruitful and multiply. So I just pointed that out. We got ad breaks coming in, so let's go check out the fish.
Content creators, gamers, and cosplayers. Last year, ReachConf was an absolute blast, an in-real-life celebration where creators connected, impactful speakers inspired, gaming tournaments,
Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy.
Music kept the energy
we're
high.
in Genesis,
It was
so that's
more
the
than
first
an
book.
event. It was a community coming together.
So we would count it as book 1.
Get ready for ReachConf 2025, happening November 6 to 8. All the best parts of gaming and creative culture will be there, live and in person. Last year, we hit capacity,
You were just saying it is the first
and
5
even
books.
with
Okay,
increased
yeah, it's the
numbers
books of
this year,
Moses.
tickets
Then we're
are
the
sure
same.
to
I
sell
was just
fast.
misunderstanding.
Don't miss your chance to be part of the ultimate IRL experience. Grab your tickets now and join the movement.
Stream it live, come what
I thought you were saying you counted it as the 5th book.
With his cam he shows it all. Little fish both big and small. Life in ponds so serene. Nature's beauty on a screen. See the ripples, watch the flow. Hear the music, gentle glow. Flat cap's charm and calming tone makes the fish feel right at home. Watch the fish, they swim along to the rhythm of his song. Flat cat pastor shows the way. Stream it live, come what may. Refuse Cammy shows it all. Little fish, both big and small. Life in ponds so serene. Nature's beauty on a screen. See the ripples, watch the flow. Hear the music, gentle glow. Flat cap's charm, calming tone makes the fish feel right at home. Watch the fish, they swim along to the rhythm of his song. Flat cap pastor shows the way. Stream it live, come what may. Flat cap pastor rocks his tweed, streaming life by the reeds. Fish pond calm and glassy clear, view it all right from here. Dapper man with sax in hand, plays tunes by his quiet land.
You got a Hebrew copy from a rabbi. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Oh, I clicked the wrong one. All right. Yeah, so that you were just remembering the name change you thought was in the 5th book. Yeah, it's in Genesis here. It's in Genesis. There might be a retelling of it in Deuteronomy. I don't remember, because there is a part at which you have Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers. So Deuteronomy is like a retelling of everything, but I don't remember if it's a retelling of the patriarchs so much as it's a retelling of the Exodus. So anyway, okay. They traveled on from the house of God and went to Ephrath. And when Ephrath was still some distance away, Rachel went into labor, and her labor was hard. Okay, so we just had the command of God to be fruitful and multiply. We also had prior to that the putting away of the idols. So idols are getting put away. We're gonna do that, and then God is revealing blessing again, and then fruitful and multiply is given as a command. And Rachel is now in labor. And if we pull our minds back, remember when Laban was chasing them down, and he said, somebody done stole my household idols, and Jacob braggadociously, and this is like his last decisive act of being bold. I shouldn't say that, because I think the wrestling is. But after the wrestling, he ceases to be a bold person. But he speaks about the person who stole the idols will be put to death. Whoever's got them will be put to death. So it didn't happen because they didn't get found at that point. But clearly, at the point, if they just were burying them and Rachel brought them out now, he would know that. I'm going to make the assumption that that's when it happened. It could have happened prior to that. Maybe it happened prior to that and after he wrestled with God, and then they came into the land after the encounter with his brother. He found that out, and maybe that led to his indecisiveness all the way along because he had declared something braggadocious, which he should not have, which ends up going to lead to her death, although the death is a lot longer from an immediate death. Okay. Pulling all that forward. When her labor was the hardest, the midwife said to her, "Don't be afraid, for you are having another son." With her dying breath, she named him Ben-Oni, because his father called him Benjamin instead. Ben-Oni means son of my suffering. It is ironic that Rachel's words to Jacob, "Give me children or I'll die," takes a different turn here, for it was having the child that brought about her death. Give me children or I'll die. I will give you a child and I will die. Zack Attack. Going to give blood to the doctors today. Pray it goes well. Absolutely. Just a blood draw? Is that what you have? I totally get the, or not a donation, but yeah, I don't do well either. Like like the news all the time will say, this might be disturbing for some people, and then they show stuff that I like. It's in video games and it's not graphic, and they say it might disturb some people. But what I've never once heard them say is, we're going to show an injection of a needle and it might be disturbing for some people. I'm sorry. That is a foreign object going in someone's body. That is offensive. It is disturbing. I don't want to see a needle going in anybody's arm. Yet constantly they just put it all over the screen when they talk about health with no regard to, I don't want to see that. I might become nauseous from watching that take place. So I always have to look the other way, and I can have a conversation, and usually I do well. But sometimes my body will react to the withdrawal of blood and going, blood pressure drop, and boy, I'm trying to think what it was. Yeah, I had this when I went in for one test where I became pale and white and cold sweats and all of that from just a simple blood draw. You nearly passed out last time? Okay. So, Zach, I totally get that. Even when you just get a shot, they're not taking blood, I still don't want to watch. Don't want to watch. So, praying for you, friend, that it all goes well, that you do well. Okay. So, Benjamin instead is what his father calls him. So, instead of son of my suffering, there's been a preference for giving children good and positive names in the ancient world. And son of my suffering would not do, because it would be a reminder of the death of Rachel. So Jacob named him Benjamin, which means son of or my right hand. Son, my right hand, or son of my right hand. Okay. Son of the right hand or son of my right hand? Okay, there. I was just confused on the way they were wording that. The name Benjamin appears in the Mari text. There have been attempts to connect this name to the resident tribe listed at Mari, son of the south, since term right hand could mean south in Hebrew. But this assumes different readings of the story. Okay, so I never heard the son of the south thing. That's interesting. Mel, LOL, tattoos, like I don't like needles. So when I see others with tattoos, I think how? Round hat saber, not sure what that's a reference to, but welcome in. Dahai Chihuahua, welcome in. I must have missed that the timer ended, or it didn't happen, but it's got to be well past 5 minutes here. So the hat's going back on. I didn't see the timer go off, but it's got to be. Maybe it didn't work today. Okay. So Rachel died and was buried on the way to Ephrath. That is Bethlehem. Jacob set up a marker over her grave. It is the marker of Rachel's grave to this day. Okay, this is a common phrase that gets added to this day. So it all it means is in the time of the writing, people probably could have found the location of these things or would have known about these things. So to this very day, this is why it's there. Don't think we need to read any more into it than that. Then Israel, okay, his name is finally changed, okay? It's finally not saying Jacob. Israel traveled on and pitched his tent between Migdal Eder. While Israel was living in the land, Reuben went to bed with Bilhah, his father's concubine, and Israel heard about it. Okay. The location of Migdal Eder is not given. It appears to be somewhere between Bethlehem and Hebron. Okay. Yeah, so Israel is the... Okay, good question, Chihuahua. Israel is first the name of a person. Then it is the descendants who are called the house of Israel. Then there is the land that they possess, which is called the land of Israel. So it all goes back to a person. So we do this still today. Houston, Texas was named after Sam Houston. So Houston was a person. Houston helped settle the he also helped fight in the Texas Independence War, and then the city gets named after Sam Houston. So we do similar things today. Sometimes we honor people by naming them that, like Washington State is named after George Washington. There was a proposal to name a place called Jefferson, but it didn't happen. And people from the land are Israelites. Yes. So a distinction of how we talk about the ancient people and the modern people is the ites. So Israelites would be those who are in the Bible. Israelis would be those who live in the modern country of Israel. The modern country of Israel is 60-something. I can't remember when it was established, the modern country. And so we call them Israelis, not Israelites. So just to make a distinction there. And sometimes they're referred to as the Jews because they're of the tribe of Judah. And sometimes they're called Hebrew. So we have multiple names all over the place. So, yeah, if anytime you're not sure, please ask. Hey, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Okay, so we already had Simeon and Levi. They are not the older brothers. Reuben is the oldest brother. Okay, Simeon and Levi go and they take an heinous act to sully the name of the people. Now Reuben is going to act to usurp power. I'm wondering if Reuben, now that he has witnessed his brothers exercise power and his dad be indecisive, and now Rachel is dead, that he sees an opportunity in his dad's mourning over his beloved wife to step in and usurp his father as head of household instead of allowing his father to grant it to him. That's what I think is going on here. And one of the ways that you do that is you sleep with the concubines. He's not sleeping with his mom, okay? He's sleeping with the concubine. So this would be the mother of some of his half-brothers that he goes to sleep with. But we also see this as a common practice when you are trying to take someone's power. We see Absalom does this later on when he sleeps with David's concubines. So, not really your thing when you're down with the vibes and doesn't feel like you're forcing opinions like church usually does. Just reading and chill. Yeah, I'm not forcing opinions. I want to have discussions around things and learn what other people think and just see what you might see that I don't see or share what you don't. So, yep, I just want to help see what's in the text as we're reading it for today. And all people are welcome regardless of beliefs, Chihuahua. So you're welcome to hang out and ask questions. So all good. So dad hears about what son did. And then we just leave that. Now, Jacob had 12 sons. The sons of Leah were Reuben, Jacob's firstborn, as well as Simeon, Levi, Judah, Issachar, and Zebulon. So we're gonna go through the count of all the sons here. So we just had Simeon and Levi take actions to which were detrimental to the family. Now Reuben is trying to usurp his authority. Reuben didn't need to on some level. Then we have the sons of Rachel were Joseph and Benjamin. So why are they listed this way? They're listed first in the order of birth, and so from the first wife, and then the second wife, and then they're going to be from the concubines. The sons of Bilhah, Rachel's servant, were Dan and Naphtali. The sons of Zilpah, Leah's servants, were Gad and Asher. So this is not a birth order. This is a ranking of the wives and the sons of the wives. You're a motorsports driver, so I believe the homie upstairs gives you good luck. Wow. motorsports. What do you drive? What kind of vehicle are you doing? Do you stream that at all? These were the sons of Jacob who were born to him at Padan Aram. So Jacob gave to his father Isaac in Mamre to Kiriath Arab, that is Hebron, where Abraham and Isaac had stayed. Isaac lived to be 180 years old. Then Isaac breathed his last and joined his ancestors. He died an old man who had lived a full life. His sons Esau and Jacob buried him. Okay, so we don't have to automatically think of this part as a chronological piece that, oh, Jacob and Esau split up and then dad later dies, but we don't have Jacob going and visiting mom and dad when he gets back. So maybe there was a part at which Jacob has already been dead, and when Jacob and Esau were together, that they went and did this and then went their separate ways, or he did go at some point to bury. So it's more of this is a conclusion of that story around him. That's all that there is. Okay. GT, WCR, and Formula Drift. Ooh. You don't stream most of your stuff. It's documented by sponsors, so that would, breach your contract depending on who you're working with. Yeah, I didn't know if it was, bigger stuff or local tracks, small tracks, because they don't always, have video. But if you're big enough to have video, that's awesome, man. Cool. You're international. Yeah. I think it's still the same in international as it is in the States, that you have smaller tracks that you work your way up to get to the bigger ones. So maybe I'm wrong, Chihuahua. Covered by VWG. I do not know VWG. Yeah, Volkswagen Group. Yeah. I was thinking that's what it was, but I was thinking when you're saying covered by, that would have been a TV station of some kind, not Volkswagen, but I don't know. So just it's going to be put out in their stuff because you drive a Volkswagen. Cool. What follows is the account of Esau, also known as Edom. So we've concluded here are all the children. And now we're going to go to the second son. Esau took his wives from the Canaanites. Ada, the daughter of Elon the Hittite. Oholibama, the daughter of Anna and granddaughter of Zibeon the Hivite. Ooh, we just had the Hivites there. Ooh, that's interesting. In addition to Basmath, the daughter of Ishmael and the sister of Nebaioth. Okay. We looked these names up before. I'm not going to spend time, really, because they're not super important. These are people connected with Esau. Yeah, so Porsche, Audi, and Volkswagen, and occasionally Lamborghini field tests. Ooh, I was guessing probably Porsche connected with Volkswagen. I wouldn't have assumed Audi. That's cool. Lamborghini, that's got to be fun. Well, I would say probably all of it's fun. I know some sports you only get a trophy for first place. Some will do, and I thought some of the motorsports will do podium places, first, second, third, but no more than that. Do you have a lot of first, second, thirds in races? Are you at the high level of where you're racing? Ahad bore Eliphaz to Esau. Basmath bore Ruel, and Oholibama bore Jeush, Jalam, and Korah. These were the sons of Esau who were born to him in the land of Canaan. Oh, Audi is a part of Volkswagen? I did not realize that. Esau took his wives, his sons, and his daughter, all his people in his household. his livestock, his animal, and all his possessions that he had acquired in the land of Canaan, and he went to a land some distance away from Jacob his brother, because they had too many possessions to be able to stay together, and the land where they settled was not able to support them because of their livestock. So Esau, also known as Edom, settled in the hill country of Seir. So now that his brother is back, he is moving further away. Decently decorated for someone in the third season, in their third season. Oh, cool. You're just in your third season. Cool, 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 man. This is the account of Esau, the father of the Edomites in the hill country of Seir. So we have the account of, and the account of, and the account of. It's like moving from section to section. So don't get confused. We're to the new section. These were the names of Esau's sons: Eliphaz, the son of Esau's wife; Adah and Ruel, the son of Esau's wife, Basemath. These were the sons of Eliphaz: Teman, Omar, Zepho, Gatam, and Kenaz. Timnah, a concubine of Esau's son Eliphaz, bore Amalek to Eliphaz. These were the sons of Esau's wife, Adah. These were the sons of Ruel: Nahath, Zehar, Shammah, and Mizah. These were the sons of Esau's wife, Basemath. These were the sons of Esau's wife, Aholibamah, the daughter of Anah, and the granddaughter of Zibeon. She bore Jeush, Jalam, and Korah to Esau. Okay, why did it tell us and now it's repeating it? It's just a different way of presenting it, but we often have things duplicated when things are going on. No overall season wins yet, but still very much a rookie. Oh, in finally getting to your first custom GT car. Ooh, cool. These were the chiefs among the descendants. Okay, so now we're going to get to rulers that are going to have tribes after them that the people are going to know. So why do we do all of that other stuff? Because in the day when they're encountering these and they're recalling who are our neighbors, we're to remember that they are relatives of ours. Okay, the sons of Eliphaz, Esau's firstborn: Chief Teman, Chief Omar, Chief Zepho, Chief Kenaz, and Chief Korah, Chief Gatam, Chief Amalek. These were the chiefs descended from Eliphaz in the land of Edom. These were the sons of Adah. So we have they're born, and then we have they're the sons of, and now we have they're the chiefs of. This is like, why? So don't forget. Oh, no worries. Breakfast, all good. These were the sons of Esau's son Ruel, Chief Nahath, Chief Zerah, Chief Shammah, Chief Mizah. These were the chiefs descended from Ruel in the land of Edom. These were the sons of Esau's wife, Basemath. These were the sons of Esau's wife, Aholibamah, Chief Jeush, Chief Jalam, Chief Korah. These were the chiefs descended from Esau's wife, Aholibamah, the daughter of Anah. These were the sons of Esau, also known as Edom, and these were their chiefs. Okay, so it feels like on some level there probably is a repetition in here. There could be a chiasm of some kind pointing to something else in there, but I'm not sure. Just, I'm seeing repetition, I'm seeing some emphasis of things, and then you're having an addition of things on there to draw more attention to it. So based off of the 922 GT3ers, but more like a Le Mans style. Okay, I know enough to know what you're talking about. I don't follow that. I don't pay for television, so I don't get to watch much racing unless I watch videos of stuff after it's over. If you see a red fox on the track next, that's me. Okay. I don't even know where I would go watch. These were the sons of Seir the Horite, who lived in the land: Lotan, Shobal, Zibeon, Anah, Dishan, Ezer, and Dishan. Dishan and Dishan. These were the chiefs of the Horites. They're descendants of Seir in the land of Edom. The sons of Lotan were Hori and Hamam. Lotan's sister was Timnah. These were the sons of Shobal, Alvin, Simon, Theodore. Alvin, Manahath, Ebal, Shepho, and Onan. Okay, what do we have here on the footnote? Probably telling us that name has changed. Shephi in 1 Corinthians. Yep, it's changed. These were the sons of Zibeon. This is where I really struggle with names. A-I-A-H. Like, there's too many vowels there. Aya. And Anna. Who discovered the hot springs in the wilderness as he pastured the donkeys of his father Zibeon. So, I found some hot springs, and I got to get that acknowledged. Everybody knows I found the hot springs. Okay. The Syriac reads water. The Vulgate reads hot water. The Hebrew term is uncertain. So, found something. You watch them in the moment because you're there. And all little videos your mama takes. Oh, that's cool. This is how I feel with Japanese. Oh, yeah. Well, the thing is I know how to pronounce things and parse the syllables. It's just there's too many vowels, and they shouldn't be that way. So this is a problem of putting it into English letters that my brain is like, but there should be a consonant there. Why do I have a vowel? Or I think some of the names are called differently, names in Chronicles. Yes. Yeah, Chronicles sometimes has different names than the earlier books, and sometimes Kings has different names than Chronicles too. Oh, Ahiah might have the similar root to, well, okay. Now that you say that, I'm going to have to go look. Okay, we're 3624. Okay, those that are new here, this is blueletterbible.org, which lets you go look up. I mean, I could do that in the other one there too, but I like going here because it's a Strong's Concordance, and anybody can go do this. And we can go see what the Greek or Hebrew of the text is. So we're in 3624. Sean and Julie just hopped in and read some of the chat. Israel is no longer a place, but we are all Israel. Okay, so we're looking at... Yeah, Ijah.
Strong's H345.
Ayah. Falcon. And Anna.
Strong's H6034.
Answer. Okay. Funny story for you. Your fiance worked at a drugstore in your home country, and she had to listen to your mom hype her amazing son almost every day for over a year before she met you. Oh, that's funny. That is funny. Mom is the biggest fan. Oh, yeah. Well, he's doing this, and oh, he's there, and oh, my, he did so well. Oh, that's funny. Cool, though, too. Cool. Okay. So I'm going to say I don't think that that's going to be connected with Isaiah, But you also have the aya on the ending of lots of words, or L on the ending of lots of words, which are going to be connected to God in some way. Yeah, you have the J instead of the I. It's much easier to pronounce with the J. But there's sometimes where it is Elijah or Obadiah. You know, so it's a ayah in some cases, and it's a ja in other cases, and so that's the confusing part. Okay. Okay, so notice the mention of donkeys here. Donkeys pop in the story every so often, like, and there were donkeys, and they were by the donkeys, and his father was a donkey. Like donkeys just pop in and out of the story. I was actually just listening to a podcast. Apparently there's a book that, I mean, I'm not surprised, but there's a book out there talking about and exploring all the different donkeys that are listed in stories in scripture. And donkeys would have been at some times in some places seen more as royalty, and you have to just differentiate them between mules, and there's a Hebrew word for a female donkey as well as Greek. I mean, they're just gendered that way. And a male donkey, and they make differences and all that. It's like, woo, there's a lot of stuff I can't pick up on all the time. Chihuahua. You walked in during her shift once while she was stocking Dove deodorant, and you bought too, to have an excuse to talk, just to have an excuse to talk to her. Since buying the same 1 over 3 years. Story, welcome in. Good to see you. Well, this isn't how I met my wife, but I did back in the day when I would go to a certain grocery store. I would look for a certain cashier and always go through that cashier's aisle so I could talk to the cashier. I talked her up for, I don't know, several months, and then it didn't lead to either of us feeling that, you know, needed to go on a date or anything. But, yeah, I totally get that. Casual John, welcome in. Okay, these are the children of Anna, Dishan, and Holibama, the daughter of Anna. Oh, wow. She comes to so many practices that your sponsor started paying her for gas and accommodations. Cool. Okay, so those who just came in, we're in a genealogy list of all the sons of Esau. These are the sons of Dishan, Hemdan, Eshban, Ithran, and Kiran. Not Karen, Kiran. These were the sons of Ezer, Bilhah, Zavan, and Akan. These are the sons of Disan, Uz, and Aran. These were the chiefs of the Horites: Chief Lotan, Chief Shobal, Chief Zibian, Chief Anna, Chief Disan, Chief Ezer, Chief Dishan. These were the chiefs of the Horites according to the chiefs list in the land of Seir. These were the kings who reigned in the land of Edom before any kings ruled over Israel. Boom, 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 boom. What do they say on the footnote? Before Israelite king ruled over them. Oh, so it could be before an Israelite king ruled over them. They had their own kings. Okay. But one of the points being is, if you are an Israelite and you have not yet settled in the land and you are hearing the stories of your God is supposed to give you the land of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. How can I have confidence in my God will do this? You look at the lands around you. Here is what God did for the relatives of those who were connected with Abraham. So we have the descendants of Ishmael. We have the descendants of Esau. We have others in the family, descendants of Lot. We have all of those nations around and what God did in blessing them. So you think you're going to be left out? No, my friend, you are not. Have confidence. God will see to it that his promises are held. So you did switch. She jokes that can't remember her because the 30-day window has expired. Oh, can't return. Your little elf on the shelf is crazy. I never did that. That became a thing like after, and we didn't do it with my kids either. Bela, the son of Beor, reigned in Edom. The name of his city was Dinhaba. When Bela died, Jobab, the son of Zerah, from Basra, reigned in his place. When Jobab died, Husham, from the land of the Temanites, reigned in his place. I feel like one of the friends of Job was a Temanite. We'll have to look for that tomorrow if Temanite gets mentioned there. When Husham died, Hadad, and the son of Bedad, who defeated the Midianites in the land of Moab, reigned in his place. The name of his city was Abith. Okay, so the Midianites and the Moabites. I know Moabites is one of Lot's descendants. Oh, your fiance is the elf. Okay. Sorry, that one slipped past me. Gotcha. When Hadad died, Samlah from Masrekah reigned in his place. When Samlah died, Shaul from Rehoboth on the river reigned in his place. When Shaul died, Baal Hanan, the son of Akbar, yes, General Akbar, reigned in his place. Okay, I got to go look up General Akbar. Okay, so we're verse 38. It's a trap. You know what would be so hilarious if his name means trap? Oh my goodness, would that be hilarious? Akbar.
Strong's H 5907.
Akbar. Means mouse, and don't you want to have a mouse trap? Wouldn't a mouse be alert to a trap? Oh, that's funny. Probably totally unrelated, but still funny. And I say possibly because Endor is in the Bible, and there's the moon of Endor. So don't be surprised at times if people don't take names out of the Bible and or have connections with them. You made butter chicken last night. Does anyone want leftovers? Well, it does sound good. When Baal Hanan, the son of Akbar, died, Hadad reigned in his place. The name of his city was Pau. His wife's name was Mehetabel, the daughter of Matred, the daughter of Mesahab. A Mesahabit. Mesahab. Mehetabel. So, okay, we have a woman's name in here, even though this is a weird section of genealogy that might not connect with much at all. 39, we're going to go look up her name. I would have found it funnier if it meant fish. Yes, He-Man is in the Bible. So is T-Man. Okay. Ooh, you even did flatbread from scratch? That sounds amazing. I'm going to go ahead and look up the same name of the city then. Pau. His wife's name was Mehetabel. the daughter of Mahetred, the daughter of Mizahab. Mizahab a daughter. You have a lot of space? Hey, sounds good. Party at your place. Okay. Pa'u.
Strong's H, 6464.
So bleating, like a sheep will bleat. Like that's the thing they do. Like, you know, dog might pant, a sheep will bleat. Mihetabel.
Strong's H, 4105. Mahetat El.
You just found out you had a basement yesterday. That's funny. Favored of God. Ooh. So here we have someone who is favored by God, whose dad is...
Strong's H, 4308. Matrade.
Oh, sorry, mom. Matrade. So this is feminine here. Mizahab.
Strong's H, 4314. My.
That's it? You didn't do the rest of it? Mizahab. Waters of gold. Okay, so this one actually is... So that feels weird because it's reading it as... His wife's name was the daughter of the daughter of. Okay. Okay, so here's the mother and here's the father. So maybe this is... Okay, so often when you have a genealogy, you would have the daughter of the son of, and you're lining them up. But here, it looks like Mihatabel, blessed by... Was that blessed by God? Let me go back and look. Oh, sorry, next one. Favored by God, not blessed, favored by God, has both her parents listed there. Mom and dad are listed in the genealogy there, which is cool. You travel a lot, and your first time home since you bought the house 5 months ago. I was figuring it was something like that, like you had just recently bought the place. And you spend all your time in the garage anyway. Well, if you're racing cars, you probably got a few to play around with there. These were the names of the chiefs of Esau, according to their families, according to their plays, by their names. Chief Timnah, Chief Elvin, Chief Hetha, Chief Olibama, Chief Ella, Chief Pinan, Chief Kenaz, Chief Teman, Chief Mibzar, Chief Magdiel, Chief Iram. These are the chiefs of Edom according to their settlements in the land they possessed. This was Esau, the father of the Edomites. I know genealogies aren't the most fun for everybody, but we need to think through that these were important names and places to the people that they were written to. And as I was pointing out, part of that is you know these people, you know their prominence. They were part of the family of Abraham. God is blessing Abraham. We're of the family of Abraham. It will happen. Don't lose heart. Okay. But Jacob lived in the land where his father had stayed, in the land of Canaan. This is the account of Jacob. Okay, so here we have that word again. Should be Toledot. Not Toledot. Is that the right word? I'm trying to remember. Okay, let's just go look it up. 37. These are the generations of, is the word there. Yeah, these are the generations of. So. Oh, I was right. Toledot. Every time you see this is a new section in the book of Genesis. So it does have this with creation. These are the generations of the heavens and the earth when they were created. Toledah.
Strong's H, 8435.
Toledoth. Okay, so you can think of it as descendants of, preceding from, generations of, the account of the descendants of, the begetting of. So, But every time it happens, we're in a new section. So we've just moved into a new section here. What just happened? It just killed. That's super weird. My mouse was wigging out on me. And, oh, you know what I'm going to do? I normally don't do this till I'm done. Let me kill a whole bunch of these. There is no space on the tab except for the X. You can't see that, but since we looked up so many words today, there's no space except when I click on a tab for there to be an X. So I could not click on it any longer and open it. Apparently, I had to click on the X. Ooh. Wow, we're going to go into Jacob. Let me make the font bigger here. Yeah, Hebrew is very interesting. I love spending time playing with Hebrew. So you're either in the garage or sitting on the loaf looking down. Loft. Loaf? I'm not sure if you're meaning a loft looking down or you're talking about the couch that you're looking down. But anyway. Okay. Bum, 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 bum. Just looking at, boy, I don't know that I want to start a whole new section, but we'll see what we get. We got a little time before we got to get ready to do workout. Okay, but Jacob lived in the land where his father had stayed, in the land of Canaan. This is the account of Jacob. Control plus W closes a tab. Control plus T opens a tab. Tab button switches between tabs. That's cool. I didn't know that. Just some keyboard shortcuts. Yeah, I know there's lots of shortcuts. I've never been good with the shortcuts. But also, like, we looked up probably 20 plus words. So I'm gonna just try the tab thing here a minute. Nope, the tab isn't moving. Maybe if I click here. No. Oh, control plus tab. Okay, sorry. Control tab. Oh, there we go. Cool. Okay. This is the account of Jacob. Why does it say this is the account of Jacob and now we're not talking about Jacob? Joseph was 17 years old. We also had this as well when it was, this is the account of Isaac, and then most of the story was about Jacob. So the here is the account of, may not be the best description of that word of Toledot, of account of. Here is the ongoing presence of Jacob, might be another way to think about that, because his impact carries on past him. I don't know if that's a, because genealogies has been a traditional way it's been translated. So anyway, Joseph was 17-year-old son, was taking care of the flocks with his brothers. A son of 17 years. The word son is in the apposition to the name Joseph. Okay, whatever. Was caring for the flocks with his brothers. Excuse me. No, he was a youngster. Okay. A helper. The significance of the statement is unclear. It may mean now the lad was with, or it may suggest Joseph was like a servant to them. Now, he was a youngster working with the sons of Bilhah and Zilpah, his father's wives. Joseph brought back a bad report about them to their father. Okay, so in the account that we had previously, we were focused mostly on the sons of Leah. Now, we are going on to look at the concubines' sons. So, Now, Israel loved Joseph more than all his sons because he was a son born to him late in life, and he made a special tunic for him. Okay. So late in life, excuse me. So Benjamin would have been also, but Benjamin would have been not the first one of Rachel, so may not have the same significance because he's already been attached to Joseph. And then Benjamin, mom ends up dead. So there might be some resentment connected with Benjamin, a little bit of you came and mom died. When Joseph's brothers saw that their father loved him more than any of them, they hated Joseph and were not able to speak to him kindly. Okay, let's go look up what love we have here. Chapter 37. Da, da, da. In English, we have, one word for love that covers a multitude of things. In Hebrew and Greek, there's many words to tell us what kind of love it is. So, we're 37. I need to go back. Verse 4. Sometimes I just where am I going? Verse 4. Okay. Father loved. Ahab. Okay. So this is like family love. They hated. Let's look up hated. Sane. Or is it sane? Like, this is literally could not speak peaceably. Shalom unto him. They could not speak peacefully to him.
Strong's H157. Ahav. And the form just below that. Ahav.
Okay, so nothing. Just human love for one another, including families. Okay. Shani.
H8130.
Sane. Okay. Hate, enemies, foes, hated. So goes along with that idea. Yeah, just simple, just hated. There's not much nuance. It's used of God. It's used of man. It's used towards each other. It is the one to be hated. So this is not Job, which also means hated. Okay. So he's given him a special tunic. Let's look at the word special here. It is not clear what the tunic was like because the meaning of the Hebrew word that's described, it is uncertain. The idea that it was a coat of many colors comes from the Greek translation of the Old Testament, and examination of cognate terms in Semitic suggest was either a coat or a tunic with long sleeves, or a tunic that was richly embroidered. It sets Joseph apart as a favored one. So, I mean, he got a coat with sleeves. I mean, just think about the extra effort to have a cloak that has sleeves as opposed to just having your arms hang out and it draped down and just having a big drape. Sleeves take extra time and effort. So, you can drape up if you're cold in a blanket, and a blanket can function or a towel can function as clothing. And if you have a longer one, it absolutely can function as clothing. So you would not have the need for sleeves. So maybe it is a sleeved coat. Why would that be? Because it took extra time. Or it's richly embroidered. So it's got extra stuff on it. Okay. So that's what it is. The Greek would be the many colors where most of us have our idea from. Joseph had a dream. And when he told his brothers about it, they hated him even more. He said to them, listen to this dream I had. There we were, binding sheaves of grain in the middle of the field. Suddenly your sheaf rose up and stood upright, and your sheaves surrounded my sheaf and bowed down to it. Then his brothers asked him, do you really think you will rule over us or have dominion over us? They hated him even more because of his dream and because of what he said. So it doesn't tell us what he said, but we can infer that he says, well, that's what the dream means. So yes. Did somebody mention Joseph? I was wondering when you were going to chime in. Such haters. Yes. But also, I'm going to throw this arrogant punk. I think we will look at Joseph as too innocent. And maybe he's antagonistic here of, hey, dad's favoring me. Look, I had a dream, and we know dreams mean something. So this will come true because God revealed this to me. And so, it's all good, guys. You don't have to hate me. You're going to bow down to me. Like, because it says because of what he said. I don't mean it's just because he had the dream. I think he's going, it's true. It's absolutely true. You know it's true. Yes, you know it's true. Ooh, you'll bow down to me. I couldn't make it rhyme with the song. Sorry. I set you up and I brought failure. Then he had another dream, and he told his brothers, look, he said, I had another dream. The sun, moon, and 11 stars were bowing down to me. When he told his father and his brothers, his father rebuked him, saying, what is this dream you had? Will I and your mother, that's going to be the sun and the moon. That's going to be mom and dad. Will we really come and bow down to you? His brothers were jealous of him, but his father kept in mind what Joseph said. So, you know what? I wonder what that is in the Septuagint. If that's you kept the word, the reference to the Hebrew word has been specified of what Joseph said in the translation for clarity. So this reminds me of Mary pondering these things in her heart. That's what this reminds me of. That's why I was wondering I wonder what that word would be in the Septuagint. His brothers are jelly. Joseph's brothers were already jealous of him, but this made it even worse. Such jealousy easily leads to action. In the next episode in our story shows, yet dreams were considered a form of revelation. And their jealousy was not only of the favoritism of their father, but of the dreams. This is why Jacob kept the matter in mind. Okay, verse 11. Bumpity, 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 bump, bump. Yeah, we're on a word hunt today. That was even without the genealogy. Kana, they envied him. But his father observed Samar, the saying. Oh, it opened in a new tab.
Strong's H8104. Shamad.
To keep, to guard, to observe, to watch. Okay, I know you can't see it. It opened in a new tab. I'm just scrolling to see if I can look it up in the LXX real quick. Sometimes it lets me do that. Shamar. It's not giving me that view. Okay. Can't tell. And Kana.
Strong's H7065.
Envy, jealousy. Kana. When his brothers had gone to graze their father's flocks near Shechem, Israel said to Joseph, "Your brothers are grazing the flocks at Shechem. Come, I will send you to them." "I'm ready," Joseph replied. So Joseph said to him, "Go now and check on the welfare of your brothers and on the flock and bring me word." So Jacob sent him from the valley of Hebron. Okay, I'm not going to go any further. So we're 37:14. Let's mark that down. I was just wondering on the word bad report, what that word is. I'm wondering if it's just simply raw. Simply raw. An evil report, a bad report. What about looking up the word conceited? Because both David's brothers thought he was conceited as well as Jesus' brothers said he was conceited. What exactly are we studying today? Oh, Mysterio Radio. We're reading in Genesis. We're reading in Genesis. I'm not sure which one thought he was conceited. I'm not sure where you're talking, Artsy. Okay, I gotta back up. Oh, he did not speak to them. Where is it? He brought a bad report. Oh, it's in NIV. It's not going to be in the version you're reading. Okay, yeah. That's why I was trying to find what word it was. That's weird. It just jumped to 2 minutes on the ad break progress. Oh, ad break. Oh, ads are coming in. Sorry. We'll have to pick this up next week. Ads are flowing. So, all right. Get ready for workout then.
Content creators, gamers, and cosplayers. Last year, ReachConf was an absolute blast, an in-real-life celebration where creators connected, impactful speakers inspired, gaming tourneys, on-stage shenanigans, and fantastic music kept the energy high. It was more than an event. It was a community coming together. Get ready for ReachConf 2025, happening November 6 to 8. All the best parts of gaming and creative culture will be there, live and in person. Last year, we hit capacity, and even with increased numbers this year, tickets are sure to sell fast. Don't miss your chance to be part of the ultimate IRL experience. Grab your tickets now and join the movement.
Stream it live, come what may. With his cam, he shows it all. Little fish, both big and small. Life in ponds so serene. Nature's beauty on a screen. See the ripples, watch the flow. Hear the music, gentle glow. Flat caps charm and calming tone makes the fish feel right at home. Watch the fish, they swim along to the rhythm of his song. Flat cat pasture shows the way. Stream it live, come what may.
All right, should have it on the new mic up here. So those that are new, I have fish. I have a whole fish channel. When I go to break, when an ad break is rolling, I just share the fish for those who get to hang out here. A little peek at what they're doing and what's going on. And then we're switching to workout because I do a thing with those who are in the Reach community. For the video that was just playing there, the ad. And I'm on the wrong thing. So we're doing a 90-day challenge, a workout challenge. I will be happy when this is done. I may still do some workouts. If they continue to do it, I might choose to do it. But I hate, like, we were just in the middle of something really good. I'd rather finish that conversation, keep diving into that, instead of, oh, sorry, I have to stop and switch. I keep pushing the Twitch. I don't want Twitch. I want Discord. Hello, brain, turn on. And then we end our conversation instead of continuing it. But I digress. Wow. We're this close and I'm only the second person in there. Oh, third now. Might be running a few late. Airing grievances in the morning stand-up. Okay. All right, so there's like so many different layers of things that you can find in the original language, in the context, in things that people would have picked up on the time. It would be kind of like as I'm going along through the stream and I throw out references to Admiral Akbar. If you know who Admiral Akbar is, you picked up on it. If you didn't know Admiral Akbar, it went over your head. If I talked about the moons of Endor and you went, oh, yeah, I know what that is, so then you made the connection. So anytime I'm throwing out all of those cultural references and things, that's what we sometimes have here is cultural references being thrown out. Sometimes there are meanings in the names that are getting thrown out, and that's what's going on. So, anyway. Bum, bum, bum. Oh, that's what I was going to do. Need to change the title to fitness. "90-day workout challenge." Okay, so a category is updated. Oh, search for category. I did. Apparently it didn't take. We'll update again. Okay. I'm hearing nothing yet with anybody that's on here. Okay. I'll be sleep talking this morning. Okay. So I don't know, I'm waiting for an instructor or we're just going, I guess. Let's start with prayer. We pray at 10:02 every day. I see you got that up there. And I'll put the workout thing up here so that anyone that comes in can realize that I may or may not have time to chat depending on the workout. So, okay. So at 10:02, Luke 10:2 says the harvest is plentiful, but the workers are few. So God, we're just praying for workers for the harvest, those who are going to be salt and light, those who are going to bring love, who are going to bring the good news of the kingdom of God, that it has come near to them. So God, we pray for the people to come and find spaces in Twitch, find places in other places online where they can bless and be a blessing to other people. God, we pray this and we ask this in Jesus' name. Amen. Okay. I'm not sure if we're just going. Oh, he did show up, so maybe we'll be... Okay. We're about to start. So... we'll slide these over. I don't trip over them. Okay. you should get a mouse ring so you can scroll while you're working out. Well, some of it is, depending on what the chat has, I may be out of breath or not able to come over and read it. So, but when I'm doing weightlifting, you have breaks in between lifts, so I can do okay on lifting days of keeping up with chat. Feel like I need to roll my arms out a bit for. Well, if I wasn't doing this with other streamers, I wouldn't be streaming it. We're all watching on Discord together, and there's 2 or 3 of us that are streaming this. But I don't want to stream other people that are doing the workout if they're not streaming it themselves. So I just put myself on. Woo! I also lose track of how many I'm doing if I'm talking while I'm doing them. If I didn't say so anyway, Mr. Radio, welcome in. Where's that mystery? Yeah. Mr. Oh my goodness, these ones just progressively, like, of more than anything else, I think. Like, first one's easy, second one's a little tougher, and by the time I get to 8, I'm just dying. I actually thought about if I want to do stream doing workouts, I'd be more inclined to just sit on my Peloton and ride and do that for a while. But that's not helping anyone else, but I'm not really helping anybody anyway. Oh. So, when we're done with the 90-day challenge, I have no plans to do weights unless they continue doing weights. Oh, Zach, I'm so sorry to hear that. They couldn't get your vein. You nearly passed out from the needle just going in. God, just praying for Zach Attack that you can ease his mind and body from the stress and anxiety of having blood and the natural response that happens when his blood is taken. I understand that I have similar things. So may this new hospital have someone with better skills to be able to do this and be able to take care of what is needed and to do it with very little impact that will cause stress. Just pray this in Jesus' name. Amen. Zach, so sorry, man. Okay, I know they were mentioning whatever was next, but I missed it, so. I'm just gonna do one more set because these are killing me and I don't like them, so that probably means I should do more. Oh man, those last ones just kill. Okay, what are we doing? All right, well, I'm going to move to front lift. I don't know if that's what we're doing next or not, but... Oh. Like if you think about that, when do you ever have your arms like out to your sides like this, lifting or pulling, or in front of you? Super weird movement. It's no wonder those things are killing me. Oh my goodness, that's so killing me. Oh. Oh. Okay, it's kickback is what I should have went to. So anyway, I'm going to finish these and then I'll get caught up and then they'll be ahead and then I'll be good. These ones are killing me though. Yeah, I totally get that, Zach. Once they miss and then they're trying to find it, that doesn't help, and they're sending you somewhere else. Yeah, that anxiety is going to keep getting higher. I totally understand that. Oh, I'm sorry, man. I pray that when the new person comes in, they will be able to just set your mind at ease and your body to relax. Oh my goodness. Those are so hard. So hard. Daniel, how we doing, man? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well, friend. Hope you're doing well. Okay, so this one is pushing the arm backwards. You're okay? Your friend just hanging out? Happy to see you. You don't stop by enough these. I know, but life shifts and changes and all that stuff. I get it. I get it. So I'm just glad to see you whenever, and I love seeing posts. I don't probably comment enough when you put new drawings out there, but I love seeing those. They show up in my feed and say, "Hey, there's a new thing that you posted." So love to see you're still drawing. Your stuff always makes me smile. I always have a smile on my face when I look at your stuff. I mean, I do. There's two ways that I want my to this is how I want to appreciate what someone creates art for me. I want to be intrigued by it, that I spend time staring at it to look at the details. That's one way. The other is I look at it and I instantly just smile. Those are the two things I want. I want to either just look at it and smile and enjoy the just what it is, where it is, or I want to be drawn in to every tiny detail, the hidden things, the nuances, the other that just I can't look away from. Those are the two reactions I want from art. So, oh, thanks. These are the ones. These are my everyday ones. They've got red tint on the lens. Oh yeah, I did hold it so you could see that. My purple ones are when I'm usually streaming because they're for the computer. Oh, what inspired me to work out I'm doing a 90-day challenge with other streamers. So that's why I'm doing this. So They're over here on Discord. And I thought if I'm doing it, I'm going to stream it. So what I can guarantee you, if you go back and look at the streams are when I actually do it. There are times I will just jump on there because I can't participate. So if I've streamed it, you know I'm doing it, but I'm not streaming the weekends. So there's that little issue too. I'm just trying to see, are we moving on to the next exercise? No, he's still on that one. Okay. And you have a Pilates class today? I don't think I've ever done Pilates. I've done a little yoga, and I think I would like it if I went to a full-on class as opposed to watching a video. Oh, the music's a bit loud? I can turn that down. Thanks for letting me know. This mic doesn't have the same amp as the other. Let me take that down. There we go. Yeah, when I switch microphones, I don't always remember that the volume is not fully the same. I'd like to get it as a separate input, but I haven't, not that complicated yet. Okay. So now this one is a lean forward and out to the side thing. So I'll try to do it so you can see. Whew. Whew. Feeling that. Feeling that. Oh, sorry. I don't think I've ever done Pilates is all I was saying. I don't think I've done a Pilates class. I may have seen it, but I don't even know enough to say I know what Pilates is. That's all. What I was saying, I've done some yoga and I kind of like it, but I feel like I'd rather be in a class and just watch an instructor. I think I would enjoy that more. That's... Oh. Whew. That's hard. That's hard. Well, I think lifting is monotonous too. So as soon as I'm not lifting with a group of people that are lifting, I want nothing to do with lifting. It feels just like sheer boredom. Now, I went and shoveled, I don't know, about 20 shovel loads, wheelbarrow loads of rocks over the weekend and moved those around. I would much rather do that as a workout. Shoveling rocks. Because I actually can see I accomplished and I did something, as opposed to, oh, I did a whole bunch of reps. What do I have to show for it? Nothing. The weights are still right there in the pile where they started from. I realize it does something, but the results are so slow and it's so tedium, and I'm never sure I'm getting results that I just. Ooh. Oh, by the way, stream, I have some new devices coming, so be prepared for a couple of unboxings, okay? One of them, I cannot believe that I got it for the price I got it from. So rather than almost $300, they had it available in a like new version for 25. I wasn't sure I wanted to get it when I could get it for 25. I'm like, yeah, I'm getting it. So like new sometimes is somebody bought it, returned it, it's an open package, it's just fine. Oh man, those kill when I get to the end. Like the upward motions on the arms, forward, out, lean forward, up. Ugh. I don't know if that makes you smile, but that makes me smile hearing the coconuts. I'm waiting for the next one. I don't take enough breaks in these anyway. I'm trying to remember what ups we have. Went back. I don't know. I don't know what to do next. I'll just stretch, I guess. I'll do. The line from Kindergarten Cop and Crunchy Laugh. Ooh, it's right on the verge of what I can do. I'm not sure if I'm doing it right, if I'm... Oh, I'm gonna go down on that one, I think. I'm not sure if I'm getting the full range of motion on that, if I'm doing that one right, just, you know. It's supposed to be pull today. I'm not sure if that one counts or not, so. But I already done five sets, and they haven't moved on to the next exercise yet, so. All right, so I'm gonna downgrade to a 10-pounder just to try to make sure I'm getting better movement in the exercise, even if the weight is less. Probably a 12 would be the right weight. Oh, feeling that one. All right, we'll move on to presses in a minute. I'm gonna do two more reps, or yeah, 2 more reps. I got 2 reps in. I wish some of these songs didn't have such a flat silence at the start and end, that there's a little more overlap in there, but oh well. They're all chatting away and I can't keep up. All right, we do one last one. So I am feeling something with these, so I might as well do one more set. All right, we'll be laying down next. I'm never sure bother to get up or not get up when I'm down here. I feel like getting up makes me wait instead of just rushing to the next one, but I feel like getting up and down seems silly. Which, not that I have a problem with feeling silly. Or looking silly, obviously. Otherwise I wouldn't stream working out. Whew. Whew. Yep, I do work out. It gets quiet. I get it. All right, we're almost done. Oh. Oh man, that last set was killer. That last set was killer. Oh. Tomorrow's day 80, so today's 79, it sounds like, for workout. I didn't stream all of those, but Might be able to do the 10s on those, but as I'm stretching out my hand towards the glass, that just makes me nervous. Northale, welcome in, my friend. It's close to finishing up the workout. All right. All right. I'm out of there. So now I will just do my stretching. Go ahead and start with down here. So I'm leaning forward to stretch back here. Is what I'm doing, which actually can pull more than when you pull your leg back. Right there, I'm way further than just pulling my leg would do for me. Start with those so I can move this out of the way. We'll do calves. The way I like to do calves is use the weight to arch my foot up and then lean into that. Oh, so painful. Tight calf muscle. Probably should hold all these for 30 seconds, but I don't have a timer going, so I just hold for a while, hold through some pain, and then do the next one. Got some glass of pineapple rings. Ooh, that sounds good. I don't know why pineapple in a ring is so much more fun to eat than just slices of it. It just is, though. I will say 20 some years ago when I went to Hawaii and I had fresh pineapple from Hawaii, I was like, I'm never going to eat canned pineapple again in my life. I just, why would I? They also taught us the way to test if a pineapple is ripe. As you go to the top, where all of the things are on the top, you tug on the center one. If it pulls out with ease, then that means it's ripe. If you're tugging and tugging and tugging and it doesn't do anything, doesn't go anywhere, well, then it's not ripe. And I want to say at that time, a pineapple was over $5 a pineapple. They're way cheaper now. Okay, what other stretches do I need to do? Well, I'm going to do this, lift my leg. There's never a time. Oh, that's one. Oh, that's right. Okay. I learned a new one. I watched a video. I haven't done it yet. I'm going to see if this one works. So, I'm not sure if my toes are supposed to be flat or up, but it's just this. It's supposed to be a good stretch. I'm not sure how that's a stretch. Maybe I do put. No, my microphone's back. So I see I'm frozen. This happened to me the other day. It should come back. It is the hub that timed itself out for some reason. So the hub is timed out. I should be back momentarily. Cam plugged into. Oh, there it is. It shouldn't be that because that's not even plugged in there. All right, microphone looks like it's back, but the camera's not back. Let me switch scenes. And it's not, there it goes. There it's switching scenes. And it's still frozen. Okay. Bum, 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 bum. Deactivate. And activate. Will that do it? There we go. Okay. I don't know why it does that, or it did that, I should say. But that's one of the new things I'm getting because it's having that problems with the hub that I put in there, and the hub is really nice. I got some secondhand hubs, and they're not designed for power to my computer. That's the one I was telling you. You know, it's between $200 and $300 to get that, and 24 bucks. So that should be here today. It should be here today. Okay, let's find someone to raid out to. I'm done working out. And I switch glasses so I can see the computer. So you were commenting about my glasses earlier. Here are my computer glasses. Kind of a transparent purple, which I really like. Polygon is on. Oh, you know what? I'm going to refresh this. I'm going to refresh this. Maybe it's not. Cat Jam! Supersonic, good to see you. Okay, come on. Load. Boy, sometimes when you refresh something, it takes forever. You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to show you the fish for a minute. I mean, because in case you want to go over there.
Streamers,
Check
content
them out. Look what they're
creators,
doing on top of the
gamers,
water.
and cosplayers. Last year, ReachConf was an absolute blast. An in-real-life celebration where creators connected, impactful speakers inspired, gaming tourneys, on-stage shenanigans, and
Look at them all up on top of the water there.
Dapper man with sax in hand plays tunes
Big
by
Mama's
his
getting
quiet
big.
land. Acoustic guitar in the breeze serenades the fish with ease. Watch the fish, they swim along to the rhythm of
All right.
his
See if
song.
we can find a.
Flat Cat Pastor shows the way. Stream
Giving
it
me all these
live, come
fitness
what
ones because
may.
I was just doing fitness.
With his cam he shows it all. Little fish both big and small.
Okay, here we go.
Life in ponds so serene. Nature's beauty on a screen. See the ripples, watch the flow. Hear the music, gentle glow. Flat Cap's charm and calming
for
tone
God.
makes the
We're just
fish
in
feel right
here.
at home. Watch the
You know,
fish, they
or I
swim
found them
along
somewhere else.
to the rhythm of his song. Flat Cat Pastor shows the way. Stream it live, come what may.
Boy, my muscles are twitching right now. But I'll check out, like I say, I know that Polygon is starting to get some
Refuse
new
candy
stuff. So I'm
shows
going to go
it
to
all.
Polygon and support.
Little
He has been
fish,
streaming
both
for a while.
big
He's
and
trying to get
small.
into it. So the Polygon Pastor. Let's go over and read him.
Life in ponds so serene. Nature's beauty on a screen.
My buttons will cooperate. All right. Let me send you off with a blessing. May God's seeking comfort find you. May his loving arms bind you. May his might protect you. May his wisdom direct you. May the joyous love of Jesus Christ be with you and all those you know both now and forevermore. Amen, amen, amen. So, thank you everyone for coming in, hanging out with me. He's over there doing some co-working chill stream. He and I were talking about what I was doing, and he's going to try doing that. I just suggested maybe he try co-working, and he might be able to stream a little more if he did that. So he's trying it out. we'll go over and support him. So he's on a break, or a break happens in 2:15. He's got a countdown. I'm not sure what that means exactly. So we might be over there just as the end of the break happens. But let me roll my credits and start the raid. Thank you, everybody. Come on, I'm pushing buttons. Do what I'm pushing the buttons for you to do. Hey, mouse, where did you go?
Flat cap on his head, he's streaming live. Reading from the book, the words so alive. A prayer in his heart that lifts the soul. In the digital world where spirits roll. Hallelujah, from the screen we scream. Join the pastor in the holy dream, spreading love with every verse he reads, planting hope like precious seeds. He's a shepherd with a virtual flock, leading us to faith around the clock. Tapping amen as we raise our hands in this sacred digital land. Don't need a pew to find the light. Through a screen he's shining bright, preaching peace and guiding us right. In our hearts his fire ignites. Hallelujah, from the screen we scream. Join the pastor in the holy dream, spreading love with every verse he reads, planting hope like precious seeds. Chat is buzzing with the gospel truth. Every line a fountain of youth. Bible open pages turning slow. Feel the spirit start to flow. Chat is buzzing with the gospel truth. Every line a fountain of youth. Bible open pages turn